Me, it was hot. I'm washing. Second, turn the TV on. Well, at least I wasn't bent over in your face trying to turn the TV off, right? You didn't want to see all that, did you? You didn't need to see all that. You didn't. Mm-mm. 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 I can go to the beach and wear a swimsuit if I want to. I can wear it in the house too. Did you know that? I can even wear it on camera. In case somebody didn't know that. I'm grown. Welcome to Daily Divine Guidance. This is a different shirt, by the way. So it's more tie-dyed than the shirt I had on yesterday. But then fun. But there's some. This is more like a dress. And it was more colorful because it reminded me of the 80s I bought it. For those that know about that. Do I need to wash this now? No, not today. Maybe Friday or the weekend anyway. Hello, everybody. This is my daily rants and raves about things I think, things I like, things I feel, things I see and hear. Update, I need a fan or an air conditioner, but until then, this one I set on. And I can glue it back on. In fact, I attempted to glue. Let's see what it works. It'll still be kind of, yeah. So I attempted to glue this one and this one. So it's on there, but it may be like that. So anyway, but yeah, tune in. Until we get fan or air conditioner. Welcome. So improvise, child. Improvise. Okay? So there's a lot going on in the world. And yes, I'm always talking about gloom and doom because people make me mad. Now, what keeps coming up is something about foundations. Foundations. They tried to rob you of your foundations. They wanted you to lose your footing. They wanted you to be homeless. They wanted you not to have a job, not to have a relationship, blah, blah, blah. It happens. It really does. There are some psych ward people out here. Instead of minding God's business, they're minding God's business. Okay? God has given all of us the ability to worship, praise, seek Him, do the right thing. And all he wants from us is to praise Him and to tell others and to tell Him what we need so we can help others. It's very simple. But people find themselves staring at you, the color of your wig, what your man got on, what your kids wearing, if you got your kids, what you do for work, how much money you make, where you work at, because they want to what? Disturb your foundation. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. I'm single. Um, so and it's hot, so I'm frowning. Put on my rusted itch for the beef face. And so no, I meant that. I'm ready all kinds of faces. I'm hot. I don't have no air conditioner, no fan, no man, and I took my kids. And I had a beautiful apartment, guys, up in the city. Way North Cat. It was only 900 later, but I had started a business. I had started a business. Do you hear me? And it was with medical services, non-emergency medical driver. Is you on Facebook or Instagram? Yes, baby. Yes, honey. And they messed around. Ooh, they messed around, and I ain't got no clothes on, so I'll be judging me. But they messed around and um, got me fired. And I was helping this person move. I was trying to look out for them. I know they was going through a lot. And they were so brokenhearted. They were either about to lose a family member or they did. And I was trying to hang in there. And they was just having all these childhood, I'm sure, memories about different things. And my number's listed on my information, Mr. Bendo Parker. Okay. And because I can't write you guys back. So it's somewhere there. Facebook. I have 3, 5. So my name is Lavera Nishay. But right now I'm on the Glassy Gal, GlasseyGal page. Okay. And sir, I'm needy. So I don't know, unless you need a wife or dependent, no. I mean, yeah, if you love me, honey, well, I need your help. Okay. Amen. Praise God. I'm being funny. Praise God. He's good now. Tell you he'll send your angels. Yeah, think about the word foundation, and I hear people worrying about what you're doing, who you're with, how you live. They got the FBI investigating you. They got you on lockdown. You're not supposed to have friends or family. You're supposed to feel alone, isolated, suicidal. Well, now what's the purpose of all of that? I mean, you are amazing. Remember that. I am amazing. I do remember that. Okay, I remember that. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. You're amazing. If you agree with that, you can make a comment, subscribe for more. But just remember, before the foundations of the world, God created us. He chose us. Uh, he knew who we were going to be. We were wonderfully made through our parents. They did not choose our eye color, geological location, geographical, whatever you want to call it. They didn't choose our sex. They did not choose our race. Okay. They didn't choose any of this. I give glory and honor to God. And if you dislike that, you absolutely need to go back to the drawing board. Did you get my information, Mr. Bendel? Huh? Let me know. So when people are trying to come against your foundation, Mr. Excellent, is fabulous, or what's the word with an F or PH? Fabulous, phenomenal. I'm on it. I'm on it. Mr. and Mrs. Phenomenal, they are coming up against God, which is the foundation. They are coming up against your true and living God, child. They are. Somebody's been hacking all my accounts. I changed stuff like the emails and stuff, and some little brain dead individual comes back behind me and switch back. I promise you. Or maybe I wasn't able to change it, but I'm going to think positively because God is in control of all of this. But just keep in mind that, oh, Jesus, Father God, just keep in mind that God is the foundation. This entire universe is very solid. And if someone happens to get you tossed out or kicked out of your job or out of your family, out of your kids' life, just remember that if you make your bed in hell or wherever, God is there. Your kids are from inside of you, so they're always connected to you, whether you see them or not. Especially through kingdom, through God, for those that know that. Kingdom. God is the foundation. If you make your bed on the grass outside, God is with you. There may be people around you doing very damnable things. I trust you to think positively, raise your vibrations, and trust that God is about to make a change. Now, I was just thinking, people, oh, you need to just, forgive and be, whether they know this or not, we're not giving people passes to hurt us or to give us the illusion of being hurt, trying to pay back and all that stuff. Because again, when you become an adult, even from your childhood issues, you should have reasonably learned some adult types of skills. We all have a story about childhood, a bully, someone that hurt us, someone that offended us, something that happened, an event, a thought, and we're not dismissing any of that. But when you become mature, you understand that you're seeing this from a higher person's view, a more mature adult person, a higher level, higher thinking person, not from animalistic, childish ways. Children can be very Neanderthal. They're children. They're learning. We have to put things in them. And it is sad when we don't get beyond childish and childhood antics and pains. When do you heal, Hope? That's all I'm saying. When do you heal? You know, again, you know, um, just as an example, there's a young guy that got on one of these apps for social media content. And he was saying how his mom doesn't want him to come back to the family's house. Him and his brother are barred or something. They can't go back. And I'm listening to this silly little childish, childhood, sad story that this man ain't found no type of healing in his life after all these little sad years. He's still sad about this. Oh my God. Fine. People need to grow up. So his little way of showing his brother what happened to him was to show him how childish and how unhealed and how immature and silly he is because he hasn't learned that he could think from a higher perspective. I mean, realistically. Doctors and lawyers understand this. And again, not everybody is operating with a brain and a heart. So you have to kind of see some people are slowed down. So they're still crying about their crayons. They're still crying about things that were very simple and they've amped it up. It could have been done a week or two at that present moment, and it has drug out for 4 to 7.5 years. And they're only hurting themselves. When you're hanging on to certain things, it only poisons you. You make yourself sick. You don't make the other person sick. You can kill that person, kill a cat, dog, all that. I'm going to think positive. God is going to destroy you because you have to love this life and be appreciative of what God has done because you are amazing. Remember that. But a lot of people get caught up in childhood little issues. Oh, nobody was watching me. Nobody give a care about me. So I'm going to go around hurting everybody. I'm not going to be creative. I'm going to be destructive. Oh, heathen. I'm going to be destructive. But today we're going to live a good story. So with that said, we all have a story about something that happened in childhood, a bully, somebody did something to us in our young 20s or something. And now we're in our 40s and 50s, 30 years later. It's a long time to be a fool. And we're still mad. We're going to get them back. We're still aggressive. Is that living a good story? Is that a good story? It is your decision to step outside of whatever they did, give it to God. And I kept trying to figure out what crackhead is putting this together? Because there's so many people that may be actually retarded. Somewhere in their little lives, they got stuck on a playground and they're mad because they try and fail, but never fail to try. They just don't. They never. They try and fail, but they don't ever get started at. They don't try. They don't try. I don't know if I said it the right way, but they don't ever get beyond whatever this is. And again, as an adult, I was teaching my daughters that no matter what comes, you guys need to learn to resolve issues, whether that person is willing to go with you or not. You have to resolve these things. You can't let them linger because they only fester and make you sick. And even if you're trying to make the other person sick, you're trying to make the other person struggle. Who's living your life, stupid? Live a good story. Is that a good story that you're so busy looking at her, trying to manage her, do what she's doing, see what she's doing, see what she's saying, what she would? You absolutely have to be neglecting yourself. Now, so if someone gives me the advice because someone didn't give this clown the advice, hey, forgive this person and raise your vibrations. Think of something else. That's what that dumbass should have did. They didn't. So now they ran their little hot ass over here and tried to destroy everything like a little child. I'm gonna rip all her pages out, and I'm gonna tear up her shoes, and I'm gonna take her kids and kill them, and I'm gonna get them raped and sodomized, and I'm gonna sell them to sex traffickers, and I'm gonna steal everything she ever gets, and ugh. And what does your life look like? Merry and bright? And so, me being an adult, that's between her, the parole officer, the judge, the witnesses, God, and her bed in hell. Well, why you ain't going to hell? You did something to me too. Well, retarded ones. I actually sat down with God and had a conversation because you all weren't smart enough to wait on God to do stuff. You can't make a person be sorry for something that they didn't understand. We were children, stupid bitch. But again, people don't have people around them with a brain, so they let these people run around having tantrums, creating the obstacles that's in the path of people that are unhealed. So when God actually told me that this person was mentally challenged, and it wasn't my fault, you guys were children. So whatever this fool is processing is still from a child's point of view, not from an adult. And the dumb asses that's promoting this dumbass, they're not professionals. They're hurt from their own childhood, so they amping this hoe up. Hype me it. Got a battery in their bag. Super stupid. Super stupid. Now they want to kill somebody. They want somebody outside. And see the good. Remember, say the good. Say the good. Be positive. That's what you want to me. What you did to me didn't matter, so what I do to you doesn't matter. Do what you love. I love to bring this person chaos. Keep smiling. I'm going to get my lip back. Just as pretty and retarded as it comes. The only limit is you. You're your only limit. Your only limit is you. She limited me. She holding me down. As long as she alive, I can't survive. I think it'd be good if everything about her just be gone. Some people need medicine. They need a straitjacket. All these years, you still haven't got it resolved. You got everybody around you hopped up. They stupid too. And they so excited. Oh, they so excited that they're the obstacle in your path. But this is my rant. I try and fail, but I never fail to try. I keep trying. And I'm not going to stop because God is my foundation. If I lay down in the grass, I'm yet covered by God. If I lay down in my grave, I'm yet going to visit my Father. If I go to hell, God is yet there with me. That is scripture. So I'm trying to see what these little human babies, they haven't found a solution yet to their little baby problems, and no one's helped them. Because the truth is, some of this stuff was from childhood. And again, if you both were children and you all have grown up, from an adult's point of view, as a parent, if you have more than one child, you realize you cannot see everything they're doing. And it is absolutely your job to ensure that you're protecting them from things that they shouldn't see, know, or experience, including sex. Sex is an adult subject, period. And when children find themselves there and the parents find out, it is absolutely their job to say, oh, I dropped the ball. This is my responsibility. Do not be mad at your sibling. And you can't even go into details. They're children. Oh my God, whoever your best friend is, ho mama, the most you could have said was, girl, my kids got into some sex stuff, child. Oh my Lord, I hope I can keep them together. But no, some of these little hoes out here are just bills. When they find this stuff out, or slow, I don't know, they be like ready to hang you up and be going through life with that little old crayon baby. She made her victim. And we're still mad. And we're going to make her pay. Bitch, this is a child. Are you okay? So you finna play Rambo with a 6 or 7 or 8-year-old. Are you smart? Are you okay? So throughout life, This kid never had a chance because you didn't know that it was your job to be watching your child, not your child watching your child. And you got slow people. They're in their 20s and 30s. They still slow. They can't watch their stuff. They don't know that. They're not bright. They selfish. They childish. They have tantrums. They be falling out. They don't like nothing. They don't want to do nothing. And what they want to do, they can't do because they are babies. And they just sitting here wasting time. They ain't creative. They just sitting around seeing what you doing. You try to help them. They know they need help. You're invisible. Stupid. Go change your diaper. It's just the truth. People need to really, really get some medicine in a straitjacket. Because you know what? We're loving life. We don't have time for this foolishness. And we're going to stay amazing. Okay? I keep meeting people and I keep trying to tell them in a personal setting, you need to change your diaper. You sitting there talking about these little babies. You the one with all the boo-boo. You're full of it. Hello, Brady. How are you? Yes, I remember you. It's just crazy. They keep up a lot of mess. They're messy. They're smelly. And it's not a physical thing. They put on all this perfume, some of these girls, and they still got a stinky attitude. Have you ever seen that movie? Stinky attitude. They're spoiled. Everybody around them is spoiled. They all talk about foolishness and other people. They're never talking about anything higher. They're always griping. They're always miserable. They're always talking about absolutely nothing. And it's just sad. Just a bunch of crabs trying to get out of a barrel. And then some people are so entitled, they think whenever their cousin or sister or brother, somebody moves something, they think that's theirs too. Now they're feeling entitled. Or maybe they're wishfully thinking. So we're going to live a good story. We're not going to, so the best thing you could have heard because you're intelligent is don't worry about what has happened. And raise your vibration. And did you hear me say people are trying to put it out there that maybe they killed your children, they took your men, all because their mammy wasn't watching the kids. And they feel like a sibling offended them. And these silly hoes didn't have a brain enough to say, yeah, I did drop the ball. No, they're on the thing like Rambo with the gun. They're the head of the whole army. Yeah, I'm the mama and I'm going to whip her butt because she should have known this whole crazy. The obstacle is the path. The mama is crazy. So you can imagine how the children are. This lady was not smart enough to understand that it was her responsibility to see the good in the kids and in the situation to ensure that these children are not hating each other, not feeling like the one is responsible for the other. Because you're supposed to do what? Do what you love. Okay, but no, you're over here pitching your kids against each other. And to this day, if people get into the same room, some of these parents be in the corner doing seances on the spot. Like they can't stand to see people in the same room. Have you seen that movie? They see the kids getting along in the same room, having a good time, moving amongst each other, getting over the past, and little Miss Jezebel, mommy, hops up and gets upset and starts an argument between some of the siblings. Just cannot have peace. But the only thing limiting us is ourselves, not our crazy siblings, not our crazy Rambo parents that's giving everybody ammunitions and guns to shoot the monster, which is really them. But they don't have the brains to understand it's their responsibility. And you know what? That's what you learn with your time with God. They don't see the good. And so you trying to act like they're not the obstacle in the path is foolishness. So it's best that you try and succeed. And even if you fail, never stop trying, even if you fail. Keep going. Because these here, Rambo and her little Rainbow crew, they're not going to live a good story. And they can have all the bow ties and suit wearing men and all that. And they're still not creative. It created a mess. And they can look good. I'm looking at all these families with all their little family pictures and all their loved ones. And they have pushed me all to the corner somewhere. And I still live a better life. Oh, remember when God, what was this? Could have been 1934. 1974, 1984, and people still drag. And remember that time? You say it don't hurt? Well, how would it feel if I do that to you and yours and I just kill y'all? Yeah, that's why somebody's going to be on the deathbed. Because you, as amazing as you are, and you should remember that, you done went all the way past God, the devil. You done sped past the moon, Mars. You done sped past the solar system. You done went well past universal laws, child. And I guess you felt real smart because now you got yourself stuck in something. You're laying there looking crazy. Don't nobody even want nobody to know that you probably laying on your deathbed. Several of y'all withering away slowly. You look good, but you know your time is probably limited. Because you know what? Your brain deteriorated. And it ain't really nobody's fault. Everybody was stupid. And I tried to tell y'all, but you know, y'all don't like Mary and Bright. You don't like it. You felt like I was the limit. I was holding everybody back, right? I know. I was holding everybody back. No, y'all just like. And you went fast with the devil, got on his demon time clock, and now it's ticking like a time bomb. You mad? And so the adventures began. Oops. Yeah, y'all going on a nice journey. Poor thing. Tis. Like I said, when God sat with me, since y'all didn't want to do it, because when I wanted to fix it, everybody was busy, right? But when they said fix it, all they wanted was a simple I'm sorry. What bitch, who gave you the clock? I didn't even know what the hell was going on. God had to sit me down and say, you know these little stupid kids and they mammy and them still mad and got the whole community still upset. They all got their panties up in a bunch and they ain't got no diapers on. And they all doodling all over the place. Can you smell it? I'm like, I knew it was something. Yeah, they boo-booing everywhere. They real out of control. They think they so smart and cute and they just running around cussing everybody out, including you. Oh, they on. Oh, they think they smart. They on devised all kinds of stuff, got all kinds of people together. And I'm like, what? So basically, you didn't understand at the time that this little baby hadn't found anybody to give them some adult advice or situations to heal this. So the dum-dum got it in her head or his head that they just wanted to hear you say you sorry. You didn't know what the hell it was because remember, you was a child. You were not an adult, so you're trying to figure out how can you balance this? Because people been treating you all these years like you was some 38-year-old pedophile going through the community looking at all the kids. Now, the hell you did do as a child was look out of curiosity and touched and fondled. But you were curious because your mammy left you and your daddy and all them bums left you in a room, sleep. You woke up, you saw some trash on TV, and you trying to figure out, what is that? What's so fun? They smiling, having a good time. Kids like smiles. This is why some of them kids cussing y'all out because y'all don't smile. You always fussing. You're ugly, you don't cook. You ain't never think about no food till you hungry, stingy. And so you look and you're a kid, they're smiling. Oh my God, where are the happy people at? What they doing? He playing with her navel. Whose fault was it that the TV was on? Why nobody knew the TV was on? Now, we're not going to go back down to 1934 and try and walk it out. We ain't finna walk it out. Walk it out. We're not. Because ain't nobody to blame. But what you can do as an adult is realize people dropped the ball. They gave it to you, made you hold it, and everybody look at you. And you up there trying to figure out what everybody mad about. You don't even understand the damn ball you holding. You don't understand you are a child. And you holding it. Now remember, this is the parents' ball to hold. This is their world. Sex is an adult's theme, situation. If a child gets hold to it, hello, Jameer. If a child is exposed to it, a child, single digits, then when the parent realizes this, they need to hold it down ball and say, oh my God, I need to fix this. No. Some of these bitches, I promise you, They get a kid the ball, take a picture, and be showing everybody. See, look at her, just dumb. Dumb. Look at her. Look at him. He holding the ball. Horrible baby. Horrible baby. Then you get your little rainbow coalition of little ramblets and want to fight. Got all your little ramblets, all the little hoes in the community that feel like they need to shoot down the baby holding the goddamn ball. Oh, she should have known better. I see the picture. Look at it. She was holding the ball. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we gonna rally. We gonna get that witch. Now that's the whole parent's business, right? The mama and the father. The father ain't there. He a hoe too. Okay. And if he up to today, still being a hoe, he's still a hoe. All of them. Because they should have been watching their own what? Fucking kids. There you go. That's all I'm saying. So the journey begins there. That is my rant. These old ass people need to sit down. All of them. Even the ones younger than you. Change their diapers, mind their own business. Let God do what he does. So God did sit with me concerning my situation. And it wasn't in the whole club's timing. Because again, there was so many distractions. People were doing so much. They were being so stupid. You keep your distance. You don't have time to think. Can't really connect to God. But God got me to myself. Finally. And he showed me where these children had not grown up. Emotionally, mentally, physically. No kind of way. And they can't blame you. The parents are responsible for their children, right? All of them. You were their child too. But they chose to be a trick. It's fine. Fine. So God shows you this, and again, you're a kid. That's why you never dealt with it, because you understand you can't really apply adults. Okay, so if you're the child that suffered something because of something somebody said you did, you can't apply adult principles to this and beat your ass up. You can't beat your damn self up, because intelligently you understand you were a child, unlike the rest of these stupid people. You got that. You were intelligent. You understood. I'm just a damn kid. What the hell, right? But you can't convince the dummies to see it from an adult's point of view, from an intelligent point of view. Because you know what they are? Already programmed that you are holding the ball. Before they popped out on the earth, they'd already gotten a picture of she's bad. See, she's holding the ball. She's bad. See, she's holding the ball. She's bad. So your little siblings didn't even get a chance to get to know you. Them bitches still don't know you. Them hoes still don't know you. Them niggas still don't know you. They don't know nothing but your name, and they don't even like to call it, because the niggas already said, see the picture? She's holding the ball. See it? It's her fault. See? This right here? This is her. But again, here you are knowing, no, ho, it's not. So now God has to sit you down and show you intricately from an adult in a godly sense that this situation was a God situation, and there was no God on site, because these people had already been met with Jezebel. Period. They had already got pimped out. They'd already been trained to think it's already been somewhere, and they can't hear nothing from God. So you're sitting here trying to figure out, well, how do I address this? No, see, somebody had already devised a plan, because you didn't know how to say you sorry, because you really didn't understand the situation yet. You hadn't really seen it where you can get a resolution. So you stayed away from it. It's not that you were avoiding it. You literally had to intricately allow God to take you into this situation and show you exactly what this was. Because you knew it wasn't you. You're a kid. But everybody's blaming you like you're an adult because they're stupid, right? So now today you are an adult, and these dumbasses are still running around acting like, look at her, see, she's still holding the ball. Look, everybody, this is why we don't like him or her, because they were holding the ball that day. So you have to cannot control their stupidity. You have to literally ignore these little people, because they're retarded at this point. They're not saying anything the way it should be. And you know what? You can't convince them, because they've already been trained to see the picture that you were the one holding the ball, right? So now you have to go through life understanding that these people are slow. But you know what? Now they got your kids in the game bang doing some other dumb stuff. Now they causing you to lose all your stuff because they haven't grown up yet, because you didn't say you were sorry, because you, from an adult point of view, didn't understand that they were already devising your murder, you and your children. Or some stupid storyline like they had killed your kids and Got your kids shot in the head or the face, and got them sodomized and sold into slavery and into the cartel and sent to Mexico, and just dumb shit. Insurance policy schemes, and then also see what I'm saying. The devil got them all the way in hell, and they figure, oh well, I'm connected to some dumber people than me that feels like we're better than God. And God is like, I will kill all y'all, including them dumbasses that ain't got no brain cells following all y'all around. You actually thought it was okay to harm another person, stupid? Really? And get away with it? Are you really this stupid today? Are you really that dumb? You actually thought it was okay for you to put your hands on somebody, to harm them with machines, to make them sick, to make their kids suffer for things that your mammy and your dumb daddy was responsible for. Are you serious? So see, that's what God showed me. These people are irresponsible. And to this day, I see adults fighting with kids because they're stupid. Literally. Fighting over remotes. Fighting over food. And it's like, times aren't that hard, but see, that's the agitator. That's the little person that's retarded. That grandparent, that parent. That person fights with everybody because they don't feel smart. And they like chaos. I don't know how they grew up, but they like to see siblings fight. They like to irritate people. They like people to feel slow and special. They like people to feel dumbed down. They like people to feel nobody likes them. They like to isolate people. There's some adults right now, they can't get a job because they've been spoiled. Big old dusty folk don't want to work, don't want to do nothing, and always fussing. And then now they got the little kids running around doing damnable things to irritate you. Okay? Only when they don't want to be bothered do they send these little things in here into certain spaces. Because they like drama. Then as soon as you respond, oh, now they're the authority. Just on foolishness. So again, God already set you down and showed you that this was not your responsibility or your fault, which is what you were struggling with. Because again, the little retarded people was trying to act like you being a child and the other person being a child, your childhood didn't matter. Your childhood wasn't important. Your childhood had no validity. Your childhood didn't, it didn't matter. You didn't matter. You was just the perpetrator in this case, right? And I made everybody acted a whole fool. Okay, so God set you down and showed you this was not your responsibility. This was not your responsibility. That's the adult's job to watch the kids and make sure that, things don't happen. And if they find out that you saw some sexual content, first thing they should have said was, oh my God, I dropped the ball. Let me make sure these kids don't separate. That's my job, to keep my children together. No, some of them enjoyed sitting there watching everybody beat their butt instead of theirs. They got off for all these years saying it's your fault, and help, again, being the head of the Rambo coalition of people wanting to shoot you, hurt you. An 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 9 or 10-year-old. They got joy sitting there watching people beat you instead of them. And to this day, will still point at you, yeah, her. It's her fault. Yeah, let's get her. And ain't nobody smart enough to realize this is stupid. Parents aren't supposed to watch their children. Parents aren't supposed to watch their children. And if this looks uncomfortable, it's because they keep me in constant pain. Because my face was very pleasant. I always smiled and everything. And now with all of this, I'm in chronic pain. So I always look like this. Plus I have my glasses on. And I don't look in the camera. I do not. I look over it because the kid is roaming around messing up stuff. As usual, it's always a distraction. So I'm like, get over here. I don't feel like arguing with nobody. Bitch, you arguing with yourself. Nobody doing nothing to you. This is what I'm saying. They have these imaginary battles that don't even exist. All of them. They started a war, and I'm not fighting. But they want me to fight. Like they got the other little kid running around doing stuff they shouldn't do and say, orchestrating stuff. They said, watch somebody. I'm watching this person. This person's going in and out. I tell them the daddy or whoever the parent or guardian is. And there's the other hoe in the corner texting. Hey, do this, ask this, say that. This dummy does it. Because they got to listen to these retarded adults, right? Or you get punished or something. I don't know. And they're ear hustling, recording something. And it didn't dawn on me right away. But you know what? God is recording too. I'm telling you, some of these people are going to be dead. They're going to be dead. Because they don't know when to sit down and stop being retarded. And it's dangerous what they're doing right now. I'm not bothering none of these motherfuckers. I've never bothered these retarded little baby simpletons. And they keep running around doing all this little salacious, stupid, little childish, antic stuff. Got the little kids acting a fool. Now you got to almost fight the kids because they don't have no common sense. And then the adults sitting around watching them thinking it's funny because they're stupid. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a whole bunch of people missing. I don't go to funerals. It's stupid people. I do not. Drama queens and kings. I do not. I do not, y'all. Do you hear me? What's going on? I'm just saying how God showed me how people are retarded. Like your own parent can sit here and want people to jump on you as an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old and you've done nothing that was not unsupervised. Okay? And now they got the other kids training to jump on you like you won't punch them and them around. Like you older than smart. Actually, you know, smarter. You're smart. And these people are not. You've been on ransom circles around half of that. You know what? If you called the FBI, CIA on these, you wouldn't even report the slowest ones. Because it's obvious they just sniffing up everybody else's butt doing what they do. They ain't even thinking for themselves. They like I said, before they could even pop out good, they was already getting a sniff of the picture that people was going around saying, look at the picture we painted that we lied about all these years, that this person's such a bad person. Look, we just don't like it, but we going to lie and tell all y'all new kids that this person's bad. Look at the ball. See the picture we painted? See the picture? We threw the picture ball in her hand and said she was the one holding the ball at the time. But it's really our mama. It was our mama, but we gonna all tell everybody it was you all these years, so they hate you. But it's really our mama's fault, our daddy's fault, because they wasn't watching the kids. But let's just blame this little 8-year-old and get all the kids mad at this person. Everybody in the community we ever meet, let's just make everybody mad at this one person and just keep doing bad stuff. And that's what they did. And they still do it. And I was okay with that at first. But like I said, now they're getting volatile and more retarded. And again, the people that don't even know you, never met you, don't know nothing about you, except what them hoes be telling them because they don't think for themselves. They ain't never sat down with you and had a conversation ever in their lives, and they swear they know you because that's what they mammy and them said. So now they got a beef with you that never happened. And they got all these little scenarios that they funky little siblings set up that they was too young to understand. And again, they haven't resolved the junk in their heads. This is what they're going to have to go through. God going to sit these bums down if they survive. And they got to sit down and go back in their head like I had to. When they get away from all these clowns, they're going to get to themselves. And they're going to sit there and think, why was I mad at that person? You know what they're going to realize? Because my siblings were drama kings and queens, lying. My mammy lied. My siblings lied. They had me mad at this person all these years, doing really bad, cynical stuff. And I should have been minding my business with my husband and my children. And that's why they can't get nothing, because these people keep them in too much chaos. This is why they can't get no husband or wife. This is why they can't get on with their lives and do things they should do with their husbands and wives. Because they're too busy up in this drama, minding other people's business that don't even exist. Vera ain't did nothing to these people. And these people all the years been pulling these pictures up for folks. See, she holding the ball. Look at how we are now. It's her fault. Oh, and no, it was the mammy's fault. It was the daddy's fault. So, again, I don't expect them to be smart enough to figure it out because they've already been brainwashed to believe it one way. So, again, I have to sit here and deal with all this trash, all this doo-doo. Because they won't change their pamper. They won't change their mind. They won't grow up and ask God what the frick is going on. They just been sold out to the slave trade. Ooh, he the enemy. We must attack. We must attack. They don't even know what they're attacking. They self. Because I'm great. Like I said, they're attacking themselves. This is an imaginary battle that these little dummies done jumped into. And that's how they're going to figure it out. Because when the FBI round all these niggas up, they going too. That's what's going to happen. They're going to see all them text messages and all them little dumb things they done that you can't delete. Okay? You can't delete it. Not on the FBI, CIA side. And they're going to be like, oh, these hoes going too. And I'm going to be sitting there going, I told you dumbasses. Should have mind your business. I didn't put their name on nothing. But they sure should have went because they be the little fast ass little things thinking they smart. running around saying stuff they shouldn't be saying, doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. But they were trained to be these dumb soldiers. I'm trying to tell y'all, I feel sorry for them. They can't live their own lives and find a man because they up in a mammy and daddy's business. Trying to fight an old ass fight that ain't even nobody's business. Should have never started. Should have never got going. Ain't nobody listening to me. I guess the FBI got to tell folks. You know that's illegal, stupid. I told folks what they doing is illegal. They still running around like, I'm spoiled, I don't have a brain. Are you talking to me? Okay. So, I'm going to live a good story. And again, some little smart ass linked up with a whole bunch of other people. They walking around doing all this stuff. And they're going, so now we doing stuff to you. Now again, what happened there should have stayed there, and the parents should have been responsible and said, hey, look, I don't want you guys to fall apart. It was our fault that we weren't watching you guys. You guys are kids. It is not your job to watch each other, and whatever happens is on our watch. It's our fault, okay? So don't be breaking up. Don't be mad at each other. Don't be having little stupid moments and stuff. I want you guys to stay together. That's our job as parents, is to make sure that all our children are friends and they're getting along, and that was not her fault. Don't be trying to hurt this girl. That's not her fault. It was our fault. We should have been watching. We didn't know that channel was on. We did invite a whole bunch of kids in. We knew those kids been out on the street. We know those kids been exposed to a lot of different things. And we didn't know they had behavioral issues or that they were exposed to this type of stuff. So it had to be them turning it on because we never had this problem before. But we're not going to blame them either. We just want you to know we dropped the ball, okay? Don't be mad at your siblings. Don't be mad. Don't be getting no attitude. It was our fault. No. Like I said, you got slow people. They don't want to be known as the person that wasn't watching the kids and something happened. So, the little 8-year-old did it. The little 5-year-old did it. It's her fault. Yeah, beat her butt. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put on a Rambo outfit and I'll be the head of the coalition. Yeah. And I'm going to train my kids to be the head of this little 8-year-old. We're going to all boss her around, him around. Oh yeah, all the way to their adulthood till they die. Yeah, we gonna press on them. We don't care. Should have never did it. Little 8-year-old. He knew better. Stupid. Just stupid. Okay. The adults are always the responsibility of the kids, not the kids of the parents. Got it? Don't ever listen to a fool that can pitch kids against one another. Ever. That's a clown. Do you hear me? Any adult that can pitch kids against one another is a clown. What mother or father wants to have their children at disarray with each other at any point? They got a brain. That's silly. That's a parent that ain't too bright or too healthy in the head. Okay. So I had a sit down with God after, I guess, this clown decided they're going to play God. And God said, I'm not God. And that's why you're going to be off this earth. You're not God. You don't judge another person like that. And you haven't consulted me. Who are you? You're going to have a casket. There's going to be a couple of them. Jail time, caskets, whatever. And guess what? All them little ugly ass kids gonna still be coming over to who? Aunties. Auntie ain't got time. They're not train these kids to be demons. They're just ugly little children. All of them ugly. No, we good. Sad and true. They're already demonic little robots. We good. We have our own. We still have our own kids. They'll all have to still come because you know where their parents gonna be? Jail. Prison. For this orchestration, dealing with these dumb older people who are still old senior citizens now, still doing stupid stuff. Still orchestrating stupid stuff. Still putting stuff together. I wonder why they all sick. Stupid. I'm trying to tell you guys. So that's my rant for the day. As I stated, if you understand the story or anything like that, this was basically about family and sexual content. When you have children, you're responsible for watching them, period. If you have someone watching them, it should not be your 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old. They can't watch themselves. They're absolutely not mature enough to handle adult content, such as even after 18, you're not necessarily emotionally mature enough to be handling another child. Period. Okay. Now, when children are in the home together and say you have to work, yes, you can teach them to manage while you're away at work. Like maybe between what time to get out, 2, 3:45, and then you get off at 4. So maybe you get home at about 5:15 or so. You can probably help them manage for that period of time. But absolutely, do not think that it's legal to leave children alone because they cannot think like an adult. And like I said, some of these people get into their adulthood and they still don't have the adult skills to think like an adult. They're still childish. They're still spoiled. They're still selfish. They're still having tantrums. They can't control themselves. They always in la la land somewhere, and they're not thinking about another child because they're childish. They want all the toys. They want to do what they want to do. They ain't think about no kid. Kid in the way. They don't have that maturity. They don't understand that. So, you have to really see that people, just because they got age on them, that don't mean that they're mature. They don't mean that they're responsible. It doesn't mean that they think and reason like someone that has those skills and abilities. Don't everybody have those skills and abilities? Don't care how old you are. There's some 60 and 70-year-olds that never got past a certain point. And I go through a whole bunch of reasons why. But we're not, because we've been here almost an hour, and I know you guys have things to do today. But what I wanted to say is, when God does show you something, it's the way he wanted it to be. And although people may be killing everything around you because they're not bright and intelligent and they haven't consulted God, God could have told this person several times how this was. But as someone has clearly said, and I've heard it audibly, and I haven't talked to this person in years, some people just don't listen. They could have had somebody saying, don't do something, and this dummy did it, and this is how somebody's going to end up dead. They are. They're not going to be here, and they created all that chaos, and they're going right where they thought you was going to go. You know why? Because it was never your fault what the fuck happened to them. It was never your fault or responsibility. You knew that. You just know how to handle these dumb dogs out here that actually tried to make you responsible for their dropping the ball. It's sad when adults see that they made a mistake and they're going to say a whole little baby did it. Oh, it's the baby's fault. Put the baby in jail. Stupid. What I said. Okay. But like I said, God got jail cells for these people. He got a casket for a few. He got straight jackets for some of them. Some of them are crazy. That was crazy. All these years, you've dealt with all of these crazy people that jumped on this little hell wagon. Thought they was funny and cute and real smart. They really thought this was normal. They really thought this was okay. Somebody raised people to actually believe, oh, it's fine. Yeah, we said it's fine. The law said it's wrong. Common sense said it's wrong. People with a brain cell said it's wrong. And they still did it. You know why? Because they stupid. You just going to sit back and you know what you're going to do? Buy you a house. Get your husband. You're going to have more children. And you're going to live to 100 and something. And you're going to see your kids become doctors and judges and whatever else God said. You are. Okay? And from this day on, doesn't matter what they do, remember, the grass is your bed and the sky is your roof. So the journey begins. You guys have a merry, bright rest of your life. Some of you guys are going to live really, really, really long and well. And until the next time, love yourself and each other. Treat people how you want to be treated. There's no exception to that. And stay tuned. We'll be back. This was our Rants and Raves session. I'm ranting. Hello, hello, hello. I love you too. Hi. Where's Ivan today? I don't know who Ivan is. Ivan. Okie doke. What's going on? How are you doing? I'm fine. Everything's well. Hello. Hi, yes, I remember you, Mr. Bouchard, from yesterday. Betty's Corner. Hello. Thank you. 24 prods. Hello. Bendel, I believe you found my information. I wish I could text here, but I can't. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, whatever you do. If you want to see more, this is just my rant and rave here. Today it was a rant, I believe. It was hot. Later I may be raving. What have I seen that I'm impressed with? God. Yes. I've seen some very nice um, shorts of Beyonce and Jay-Z. I thought that was refreshing. You know, thought that was nice to see them rapping and dancing. You could tell people enjoy that. You know, I don't know if it's the energy of the crowd or just enjoy the energy of the crowd. Like, yeah, you know, it's lively. You know, who doesn't want to be celebrated for something? And I think they felt that energy when they popped out. Lord, you could tell it was like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up, y'all? Like, look up here, jump and do a thing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I felt authenticity. I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. It just felt really God, like there could be star quality, you know. And I'm gonna leave that there because I don't know those people. I don't know what they've been through, but what I do know is I'm looking for a shoe, a slipper, flip flop. Oh God, I have one. Okay, because sometimes when I sit, I guess there's somebody downstairs or something. Wherever I'm sitting, I don't know if they can see it. You know, they have those machines where you can see through the floor. But is it way over there really? Wow, clear. What are my glasses? What? Wait a minute. I know why she won't be over there. Okay, maybe it's underneath somewhere. But whatever. Um uh it's refreshing when people love you, you can feel the energy, like they really enjoy what you do and you might be good at it. What I was saying is those people that you see, so okay. So let me just add this. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me. Okay, so these are the newer people. And I don't want to be insulting because I normally am because people make me mad. Because I believe some of these stars are a part of the mess that I'm going through just a little bit. They're reminding the business of God. Okay, again, the story that was told was kind of like, oh, this little 8-year-old is bad. Oh my God, see, they're holding the ball. And somebody actually took a snapshot of the kid holding the ball, maybe. And everybody's like, yeah, we see it's their fault. Oh my God. Oh, this is an 8-year-old bitch. Oh, excuse my language. So somehow there's people in the background that, again, now have. Hold on, people. Well, thank you for your patience, guys. I had to go and do a few things. I had a call to come through. So anyway, let me put these shoes. So as I was saying, when I'm sitting, sometimes in a certain spot, I don't know how it happens, but these floors get really, really hot, and it sends some type of electrical currents into my feet, and they burn depending on. I don't know. I've learned how to deal with it. But so yeah, let me put these little shoes on my uh, feet. Excuse me, at least over under my feet, because somebody gets a kick out of just disturbing my peace. Like now, it is hot and it's nice outside, or it's cool, whatever. But it is so hot wherever I'm at. Everywhere it goes, either hot or super cold. That makes sense. It's abnormal. And no, it's not no paranormal activity. It's stupid people playing games with my health and my life. And I pray they're not doing this to my children because of their stupidity, wanting to hurt and harm me. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of people missing. You got to believe me. I hate it. I didn't want this, but people went way too far playing games with people's lives. And people just let them. Everybody felt comfortable letting them do it. So, guys, I'm going to